Mama June 2nd Edition returns with a shocking preview. Mama June, Family Crisis. Season 7 featured Shannon's family dealing with a lot. They had many ups and downs while they faced some serious problems. The entire edition was filled with drama, tears, and arguments. However, while viewers used to wait for Fridays to watch new episodes, they learned that they would have to wait for the 2nd edition. But it appears that their wait is finally over. The franchise recently dropped the first look of the 2nd edition. Viewers weren't able to believe their eyes after watching how controversial and dramatic this season would be. What does it have to offer? What is it all about? Mama June 2nd Edition drops. Its first look. What is it all about? Mama June viewers were in shock when episode 21 didn't air. They speculated that the network had cancelled the franchise, and Shannon's family wouldn't appear on the screen again. However, June finally decided to clear the air and confirmed that there would be a 2nd edition, which will premiere sometime in June. Hence, she asked her fans to hold on to their horses and wait for the upcoming season. Amid all this, the network finally dropped the first teaser of the 2nd edition. It initially featured Jessica Shannon and her girlfriend, Cheyenne McCant, discussing their prospects of having a kid. The cameras then rolled over to Draylon, who wasn't able to figure out anything as his next court date had appeared, and he wasn't sure if he would be able to join Honey Boo Boo or not. On the other hand, Pumpkin is now filled with regrets. She admitted to the cameras that she also should have chased her dreams. Though the trailer didn't reveal much about Anna's condition, she clearly was in a lot of pain. But the shocking part was when Shannon and Justin decided to renew their vows again. Even after all this, the former claimed with tears in her eyes that her life wasn't less than a roller coaster. Recap of Mama June. Family Crises 1st Edition. Where did they leave? The 1st edition of Mama June. Family Crises shocked everyone with its bizarre dynamics. It featured Anna's 4th stage cancer journey and documented her walking down the aisle with her boyfriend. It also showed how the Yidaharutsiao's entire family came together for her sake and tried their best to save her. However, there were several instances when Shannon's family had to deal with some heartbreaking truth. Honey Boo Boo realized that June had already used up most of her scholarship. Hence, she was clueless about how she would pay her tuition fees. The Star Kid was on the verge of cutting all the ties with her mother and was willing to put her behind bars. Though Shannon did agree to pay back Alana, it clearly affected her relationship with her. On the other hand, Justin and June's marriage also deteriorated because of the latter's lies. Hence, there were instances when viewers thought that Stroud would end up divorcing his wife because of her deeds. Undoubtedly, this edition ended up changing the air of the show, and fans are curiously waiting for the 2nd edition to air. Keep coming back to TV Season and Spoilers for the latest Mama June tea. After months of silence and whispers across the fanbase, Mama June, Family Crisis is returning with a jaw-dropping new edition, unofficially dubbed the 2nd edition by insiders, and the preview has already left jaws on the floor. Just when fans thought they had seen it all, from family estrangement to courtroom battles and tearful reunions, this season promises to take things to a level nobody saw coming. The Shannon family has always thrived in the eye of the storm. But what's about to unfold will rattle the roots of the family tree, challenge loyalties, test love, and even revive some long-buried secrets. Buckle up. Mama June's world is about to turn upside down again. A broken family, a new chapter. The last time viewers saw the Shannon clan, tensions were high. Mama June's controversial choices, Anna's heartbreaking health battle, and the younger generation struggling to hold things together had brought the family to an emotional breaking point. Now, as the new edition opens, the show reveals that time hasn't healed all wounds, and the trauma runs deeper than anyone imagined. The producers pull no punches in showcasing how the family dynamic has shifted. What once looked like a slow path toward reconciliation now feels more like a battlefield of betrayal, resentment, and isolation. The preview opens with scenes of June in full glam mode, arriving in a new city, alone. No Justin, no daughters, no wedding ring in sight. Her arrival feels less like a homecoming and more like an invasion. The air is thick with tension. She's on a mission, and the cameras are ready to follow every dramatic twist. Pumpkin's power play Lauren Pumpkin Efford has emerged over the seasons as the heart and backbone of the family. A protective older sister, a fierce mother of 4, and an unrelenting force of stability. But this season, fans will see a new side of her. The preview hints that Pumpkin is finally fed up with June's cycles of drama. She's no longer holding her tongue or extending olive branches. Instead, she's setting boundaries. Hard ones. And those boundaries just might change the family forever. Clips reveal Pumpkin throwing herself into new ventures. Whispers of a solo parenting podcast and even a potential tell-all memoir swirl in the air. But those close to the production suggest that her desire for independence comes at a cost. Tension is brewing between her and Alana, and the sisters might not be as tightly bonded as fans assumed. Alana's escape plan? Alana. Honey Boo Boo. Thompson has grown up under a microscope, and now she's ready to break out of the Shannon shadow. The preview teases a major turning point in her life. The decision to leave the family, not just emotionally, but physically. Rumors suggest Alana is considering relocating permanently out of state, leaving behind not only Pumpkin and her nieces and nephews, but also the show itself. Her recent brush with college life opened a new world, and she's craving a life where her name isn't followed by Honey Boo Boo. But Alana's departure isn't as smooth as it sounds. The trailer drops a dramatic montage of phone calls, legal documents, and a shocking visit from someone viewers haven't seen in a long time. The implication? Alana might not be in full control of her own decisions anymore. June's secret project. While her daughters struggle to hold the pieces together, Mama June is off cooking up a surprise of her own, and it's not a good one. The shocking twist of the second edition preview comes in the form of a cryptic announcement from June. It appears she's launching a new business, a recovery retreat, designed to help women like herself recover from addiction and rebuild their lives. The kicker, she's funding it by selling the rights to her life story, including footage and behind-the-scenes moments her family never signed off on. The betrayal stings deeply. Clips from the upcoming episodes show Pumpkin slamming a door and storming out of a meeting. There's footage of Dodo, looking devastated, shaking her head as she walks out of the same location. The emotional damage this new project causes threatens to fracture the fragile truce the family had fought so hard to establish. Justin's vanishing act, one name notably absent in most scenes, Justin Stroud. Mama June's husband has always been a wild card, sometimes calm, other times mysteriously volatile. But in the new edition, he's gone. Not just off camera, but gone. And June isn't saying why. In one particularly tense preview shot, June is seen packing bags into a car at dusk, no Justin in sight, no explanation offered. Later scenes show her dodging questions from producers, offering vague comments about doing what's best for everyone. Speculation is running rampant. Did Justin walk away from the show? From the marriage? Or is there something more sinister at play? Fans are already bracing themselves for the answers. Dodo's collapsed longtime viewers know Dodo Shannon as the family's unshakable moral compass. But this season, she reaches her breaking point. Footage from the new edition shows Dodo in a rare vulnerable moment, slumped in a chair, surrounded by silence. Her energy is off. Her normally composed demeanor falters. Fans who have followed her from the beginning know something isn't right. And it's about to come out. Hints suggest Dodo might be facing a health scare of her own. But she's keeping it from the family to avoid adding to their burdens. The toll of losing Anna, combined with June's continued chaos, appears to be breaking her spirit in ways she can no longer hide. The producers are framing her arc this season as a quiet, devastating unraveling, the cost of being the family's anchor for too long. Secrets from Sugar Bear's side. As if all that weren't enough, a shocking twist from Sugar Bear's camp threatens to reignite a war long buried. The preview drops one of the biggest bombshells of the season, a mysterious envelope delivered to Alana's door. And it's from her father's side of the family. Viewers only get a glimpse, but inside appears to be a birth certificate and a letter that sends Alana into an emotional tailspin. Suddenly, questions about Sugar Bear's past and Alana's identity come roaring back to the surface. Could there be a hidden sibling, a past June tried to erase, or something even more scandalous? One thing's for sure. Alana's relationship with her father is about to change forever, and the truth inside that envelope might rewrite everything she thought she knew. A franchise reinvented. With so many changes, fans are calling this second edition of Mama June Family Crisis, a full-blown reboot, not in name, but in energy. The stakes are higher, the secrets darker, and the family more fractured than ever.